All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. 25 years ago last month on January 11th, Sharon Osbourne quit as the manager for the Smashing Pumpkins only after 3 months of being the manager. And she said that she had to resign for medical reasons because Billy Corgan made her sick. Now, cut to 25 years later, Sharon Osbourne is on Billy Corgan's new podcast, which I was listening to last weekend with Tom Morello. He's getting a ton of guests. It's pretty good. Billy Corgan's in a suit, so that's kind of weird. But here is Sharon admitting one of her biggest mistakes as Ozzy's manager.
Okay.
Do you want to know the biggest mistake I ever made with Ozzy?
I do.
He got offered to go and read for Pirates of the Caribbean. And I've never said this to anyone. I said no. Now, wouldn't he have been perfect?
He would have been perfect.
I know.
So Corgan agreed, said that he would have been perfect. And while Sharon didn't say the role that he was offered, two of his peers, Keith Richards and Paul McCartney, made cameos in the Disney franchise.
Yeah, it was probably just some cameo. Here's Ozzy in a pirate costume.
For sure.
But so Sharon turned it down. Yeah, listen, she controlled every aspect of his life. And turned his name
into something.
Likeness into, just a huge brand.
Yes, and we will see that huge brand on July 5th in Birmingham whenever this massive end for Black Sabbath and Ozzy's career happens.
I keep reading about how little he's going to do there and how he really can't sing anymore and how he can't really stand anymore. And
it's not gonna be what you want it to be, but it will be. This is essentially like a funeral for a career. Yeah, and it'll be. And I'm glad he's there, and I think that's the way to go out is have him sing a couple of songs and then all these other bands pay tribute to him. I think it's going to be great, and hopefully it'll be streamed. In more Billy Corgan news, his new solo band, The Machines of God, have announced another show. It's going to happen June 20th at the Taste of Joliet in Joliet, Illinois, up north. Jay-Z addressed the financial consequences of the dismissed rape lawsuit that we had found out last month about. Hov stated that after his expulsion that he missed out on $20 million in a year deal. He said immediately after Mr. Buzbee went public with false accusations, my company, Rock Nation, lost contracts in the sports and entertainment space that would have generated revenues of approximately $20 million per year. The lawsuit accusing Jay-Z and Diddy of raping a 13-year-old girl was dropped. Jay-Z issued a statement condemning the appalling allegations, and his lawyer said the false case against Jay-Z that never should have been brought has been dismissed with prejudice. Jay did what few can. He pushed back, never settled. He never paid one red penny, and he triumphed and cleaned his name.
That was going to be my question. When it was dropped, what does that mean?
It was not a settlement. It was just dropped. So he stood up to these horrific and false claims, and he also declared victory. He says the civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. Without the allegations, their fake story was ludicrous. I would never wish this on anyone. The Red Hot Chili Peppers are seeking $350 million for the recorded music catalog. They already sold some of their rights to publishing for $140 million in 2021. So now this would round out. They're trying to make like $500 million with their catalog.
The rest of the songs?
The rest of the songs. So according to Billboard, the Chili Peppers own the rights to all 13 studio albums and other releases issued via Warner Music, although it's not really known if they own their first 4 albums, which were released by EMI. And so they're shopping recordings for $350 million. And they estimate that those catalogs bring in annually $26 million, even in 2025.
Good investment.
I watched a Rick Rubin pod the other day, and he was talking about their first album, like Blood Sugar Sex Magic. And
the first album they worked on? No,
the first album, Under the Bridge was...
That wasn't their first record. It was...
What was it?
They've had records way before.
Well, in the 80s.
The Under the Bridge album, whatever one that was.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Rubin worked on that, and he said that was not on the album. It was a poem that Anthony Kiedis wrote, and he was embarrassed. And he read it to Rick, and he wouldn't read it in front of the other guys. And he's like, "It's actually really beautiful. You should read it to them." And they turned it into Under the Bridge. And that, because he said they were kind of like married to this punk pop funk sound, and that opened it up for all.
There's a whole documentary about the making of that record. Anybody seen it? It's called Funky Monks.
Wild.
No, I'd love to see it. Funky Monks?
It's called Funky Monks.
I'll look that up.
Excellent. They went to a house, like a haunted house, somewhere in California, and they recorded the entire record.
That's excellent.
There.
It's wild to hear some of those Rick Rubin stories of how Chance Like it's little chance things like that take bands into like the next stratosphere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you love the Chili Peppers, that's a great documentary.
And what's Rick Rubin's podcast called? Is this an older,
It's
newer
called
episode?
Tetragrammophone.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta look into that.
good.
Blink-182's Mark Hoppus has announced a book tour in support of his memoir, Fahrenheit 182. He's going to visit 7 cities in April. St. Louis is not on the 7 cities. However, flying up to Chicago is 30 minutes, and he will be there on April 16th. The production team behind Green Day's upcoming film called Years Rev is issued a casting call for any punk, alts, hardcore, emo, and rockers between the ages of 18 and 30. There's going to be an outdoor concert scene, so they're looking for extras. And it doesn't matter where you live. If you want to fly in to go
They're doing
be a part of
They're
this.
filming in Oklahoma, I believe.
They are, so it's a drive, you know? I mean, you could drive there from here.
I thought, Scott, this would be right up your alley, but...
He ain't 30.
I know.
I could be a stagehand or something.
You and Mike Leahy could go down there.
Can you pull off
do it.
30?
Sure.
Yeah.
I could
Just a haircut. That's all.
A haircut, a shave?
the beard trim, and I'll be
You're
good.
30. You can pull it off.
Yeah, I could go down there, and I need to get in with the Oklahoma film crew anyways, because that's gonna be the new Hollywood.
The new Georgia.
Oklahoma's
Yeah, they're filming
blowing up
this
down
whole
there.
thing in Oklahoma.
Oh, fantastic.
So any agents out there in Oklahoma, let me know.
Well, if you'd
Okay.
like to see the casting call info, it can be found at freyhofercasting.com. It looks like 30 Seconds to Mars, they're plotting a return to rock for their next album, as the band posted a video of Jared Leto looking at a laptop with the caption, "Watching the first troll talking crap after we make a rock album again." So they're leaning into all the disparaging remarks from
Already,
online.
huh? The thing's not even out yet.
I know. Could this be the worst country song ever? There's a band called Landlaw, and they wrote a song called
this, dude.
Country to the Bone. And after you listen to this song and watch the choreography in their music video, you're going to be seriously questioning the claim. Before we play it, you know, a lot of people said, was nice of Olive Garden Patio to allow y'all to shoot this. Another person says, this album's about to go aluminum. Number 3, guys, I respect that you're pursuing your dream and all, but dead serious, you need to learn how to sing first. And one other person says, I'm not going to lie, that was great. So I guess everybody can make up their mind.
Are these the two brothers?
I don't know what this is.
Yes, that song is.
Rafe
You know
knows
this?
it.
Because it's labeled as, is this the worst
hilarious.
country song ever made?
Listen, it's gone viral,
They don't
as
know.
is everything else that is all, it's cringe. Like you're watching
So
cringe,
funny.
and it's so bad. But
Yeah.
then people that don't know
country music?
I guess.
I wanted to reshoot it here.
They like it. So it's like, it's good enough, which I don't know what this is saying.
It's not good enough.
No, it's not good enough. But,
But
it's one of
it-
those
but
that
it
gets
is.
They're
stuck
not
in
in.
your head.
It's a Feldman situation where they're not in on the joke.
But I think you're wrong, and why is
hear it.
because these algorithms have been like I apparently I watch these things to the finish because
deep dive.
my algorithm just serves me nothing
Oh,
but these
no.
awful things.
All
These
right, let's
awful
hear it.
music.
Country to the Bone
But dude,
is what it's called.
I saw them play live, and there was like 400 people there. They're packing more than like talented.
no.
Dude,
Lucy
that is
Feldman, too.
awesome.
There's something in the water.
Waking up, busting your butt, trying to earn a little extra pay. It's taking her out when you get off to the creek for a fishing day.
Okay, can you pull up the video? Because I want to see.
There's
It's just
they
two
got like a
white
million
dudes
of
them.
on
100
a
of them.
patio.
The funniest thing about this is that they shot this like 25 times.
Yeah, they do it.
And it's always like someone going around them. They're back to back on camera. They've shot
I
it in
think
like
I
a
may
patio.
have seen this.
There's
They've
one
got
where
like
in front
20
of a
different
truck.
music videos, and there's an ESPN show where the two anchors reshot it in the ESPN studio. It's hilarious.
This has been around for a while, right?
I wanted it just a couple weeks.
couple months.
Yeah, about a month or two.
It's a bad life, it's choosing
Okay, I've seen this.
when you get home. It's but nice, it's a ride or die down a two-lane back road.
Okay.
Listen, this is what happens.
When everybody tries to do country, or
No,
everybody
when,
thinks they're a country
when everyone
singer?
can.
Some of the
all you have to
comments-
do is go to a website, you buy a beat and a music that's already done for you, whether it's AI or it's some guy in his basement. It's $20. And then all you have to do is just record on GarageBand, throw some auto-tune on it, and if there's a tune at all, you just put it on social media. And again, there is an entire algorithm that's throwing cringe out in front because people will watch it to laugh at it and make fun of it. But then because of that, it gets slung. The gravity of it throws it into the living rooms of the people that dig
God
it.
bless, they're making money.
That's
mean-
what I mean. Good for them. This is what happens.
I don't think it's the worst song I've ever heard, but I also, when I hear something like this, I'm like, ugh, I'm out. Even whenever it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't listen to country music that sounds like this.
This sounds bad.
It's funny because it's like
But
even the syllabic delivery is so like, just take a syllable out. He's like, waking up, busting your butt, working hard for a little extra pay.
Busting your butt, trying to earn a little extra pay.
Extra pay.
Extra pay.
Well, it's not even. They don't have pleasant voices either.
No.
dude,
Her out
here's the
when
thing,
you get off to the creek for fishing.
That guy's voice doesn't even look like his face.
Well, life is choosing right. It's praying when you get home. It's but nice to ride or die down the two-way back.
right? And I'm not saying this as a disgruntled
the
artist.
hook.
I'm not saying this as a disgruntled artist that spent my entire life getting better at instruments than most people. I am saying it because a little peek behind the curtain as far as the industry goes, labels and radio stations, what are they looking for now? They're not looking for artists. They're not looking for songwriters. They're looking for numbers.
virality.
They're looking for
Virality.
numbers. And guess what? This thing has gone so viral and gets so many numbers that it will be added to playlists. You will hear it on country radio. You will see the video
Yeah.
on
Quantity,
social
not
media, and
quality.
they will get a record deal.
Dang.
And honestly, they deserve it because the market responds to numbers, and that's it. And it got the numbers.
Busting your butt.
You didn't even get to the hook. You're like, country to the bone.
I don't think we need to do it. That's fine.
Dude, it rips, man.
Some of the comments are linked
Good for
to
them.
Brooks and Please Be Done.
Rascal Flat.
Rascal singing flat as hell.
Hey, good for them, dude.
There's another guy that I got to find him, but he looks like a bobblehead, and he's another one of these horrendous country artists that has blown up on social media.
Oh, no.
But his head moves like a bobblehead the whole time, and
Oh, I know what
Maybe
you're
it was
talking
Alan
about.
Jackson's
and
baby
he tries,
child.
and he looks like a sweet little kid, and yet he's like talking about how tough he is and how bad he is, and
But
he's like a
that's-
rebel, and
That's the cool thing, and not the
Land
cool
Ole
thing.
Opry.
That's the true thing about what's happening is you still have to work at it. You just don't have to work at the craft anymore. You don't have to work at songwriting or skill. You have to work at the social media aspect.
Working hard for a little extra pay. Oh, you didn't have to put the extra in there.
Extra pay.
Extra pay.
Yes, sir.
King sent me this earlier. Former Bowling for Soup guitarist and co-founder of the band, Chris Burney, revealed that he had to have 2 of his toes amputated, you guys. This is 1 month after he retired from the punk band over medical developments.
See the big guy?
Yeah, he's the big guy.
He said, I'm free nubbin, butt rubbing, son of a gun. He's 55 years old
Diabetes.
now. And he's,
know, I never
he's
said
missing
that.
his big toe and his index toe. And he announced that he was leaving the band due to medical challenges and exhaustion.
Well,
So-
diabetes will take your toes.
Those are some of the greatest
Yes.
guys ever.
Toe Fairy. Riz sent me this. The Cardinals announced 2 post-game concerts that will be headlined by country superstar Cole Swindell and Flo Rida. So you won't have to buy additional tickets to attend this concert, but a limited number of VIP access tickets are now available. And so this will be, Cole Swindell will perform after the Cardinals face the Reds on June 20th. Flo Rida will take the stage against, whenever the Cardinals go up against the Padres on July 25th. And they'll be about an hour long, begin 30 minutes after the game concludes.
Free shows?
It sounds like it's free. And
So
they
at
release
Ballpark
tickets.
Village?
Yes.
Is it Swindell or Swindle?
Swindell.
So Flo Rida, I know Flo Rida. He
Oh,
was his
yes,
big
you
song.
do, huh?
Yeah,
it's something about
boots with the fur.
going down.
Apple bottom jeans
and the boots.
with
I
the
always thought that
fur,
was
with the
Nelly.
I think that is Nelly.
yeah, that's
No, that's Flo Rida.
No, Flo Rida was something about
Boots with the fur is not Nelly. I was at Wild Country shaking my thing to that song.
It was the we spin this round round baby round round want to remember round round round.
Flo
round.
Rida is low.
Low. That's what I'm doing.
low.
Want to get low, 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 low. That's apple bottom jeans, boots with the
Yeah,
fur.
you're right.
I think that's the same thing.
But Nelly has an apple bottom song too, right? Because that was the
Yes.
jeans company.
Apple bottom bonita. That's Outcast, isn't it?
Well, didn't
Man.
he have a jean company called Apple Bottom?
We're not making
That's what he's
ourselves look
referencing
any
in the
better
song.
here.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. He's referencing Nelly's product.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
not a Nelly song.
But it is Flo Rida and the song Low.
There you go.
Am I apple bottom
No,
bonita?
you're thinking Bonita Applebaum from
That's it.
A Tribe Called Quest.
And
That's what I'm thinking
about
of.
Christina Applegate.
Because she's hot.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Next.
Next, Judd Apatow is making a documentary about Norm Macdonald on Netflix, and he wants anybody Norm Macdonald's come through St. Louis often, and
We've never had him on.
you guys have never had him on, but I know people have met him from his comedy shows, and so this is a really cool opportunity. If you've met Norm Macdonald, or you have video or photos with him, Judd Apatow wants to see those photos and put them in this documentary. Possibly,
We have audio of Chris Kattan trashing Norm Macdonald.
We should send it
Yeah.
to Judd.
We should. Well, it was enough to make TMZ.
Yeah, he's going to need an act of controversy if the movie is going to do well.
That's true. Mm-hmm. So if you follow Judd Apatow on social, there's an email address there where you can send any Norm Macdonald.
We should send it. We should send them.
Okay.
Send them that stuff.
Wicked, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, will be streaming. You guys wanted to know when this is happening, I know. Peacock will have it streaming beginning on Friday, March 21st. There will also be a sing-along version with other bonus content.
Awesome. So 1 month away, guys.
March 21st.
I feel so guilty, so bad, because my wife and daughters are such fans.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I think I know what it is. I just don't want to say it. But like, I really don't. I don't want to. I think I'm out on Ariana Grande. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It really bothers me.
I like her song "Side to Side," which is about boning Pete Davidson so much that she walked weird.
What? Oh,
Been it all day, been it all night.
Oh, hey, so by the way, those concerts are not at Ballpark Village. They're on the field after the show.
Oh, I thought it was at Ballpark Village.
Cool.
How are they going to do that? They're going to set up a
30
stage.
minutes after the show.
Oh my!
Yeah, they have like a little mini stage over by the dugout. I've seen. Who did I see there? Do you remember that '90s band that had the video where they're like boxing in slow motion? It's just a guy boxing. Gosh dang, Cracker.
Yeah, Low. Sandra Bernhard is the actress.
That's right.
Yeah, I saw them at Busch Stadium.
Cracker's great. I saw them at Del Mar. They were awesome.
So this makes sense, though. So the VIP tickets will be if you want to get closer, I bet, to wherever this is going to be. Tom Holland documented his adventure of buying his non-alcoholic beer, Beero, from Target, and he got carded in the process. Here is a little bit of Tom Holland going to 3 different Targets to find his damn beer.
Yeah, this is funny because, you know what? In some places, you do need ID to buy non-alcoholic beer.
Mm-hmm. And he's British.
And he's British, and I guess they wouldn't accept his English license.
That's correct.
Okay, so success. I found some. I bought it. They wouldn't accept my ID because it's English and I couldn't prove my age. So a really lovely employee, I guess, scanned their ID. Which is kind of ironic that I wasn't allowed to buy my own product. But yeah, feeling good. This is really exciting.
12. That's why.
He went to 3 different locations looking for it, and he didn't find it until the 3rd Target because they just weren't selling his product, so it was kind of a bust.
Well, yeah, and he also looks like he's 12 years old.
He does have a boyish face.
Yeah.
He does. Speaking of British, a lot of royal traditions have gone out of style in the United Kingdom, and Kate Middleton is happy to send another one out to the pasture. It's called blooding. So this is where the kids, the royal children, are taken out hunting, and the blood of their first kill is then smeared all over them. And she says, no thanks. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis will not be participating in the blooding.
She thinks she's not the king.
Prince William is not a fan of it either, even though both he and his brother
around her.
did it when they were kids. And finally, just because a movie makes a ton of money at the box office does not mean it's good. People have been voting at Ranker.com for the worst movies that made at least $1 billion. And these are based on the ones with bad Rotten Tomatoes scores. So there's a top 15 list. Trash movies that were successful.
Star Wars has to be on there. Probably a couple of them.
Yes. So Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, made $1 billion. It has a score of 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. That came in at number 13.
What about the middle one? What was the middle one of those?
The Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. That made $1.1 billion, has a 51% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and is number 2 on this list.
The Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the Clones is pretty cool, though, man.
What was the third one?
There were only 2 on this list.
Revenge of the Sith.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar, because no one's rewatched it.
Avatar's pretty dope.
No, but that's probably got good Rotten Tomato scores.
Yeah, let's
It's not on the list.
Waterworld.
That was a bad.
Waterworld, no.
I don't think it grossed $1 billion yet.
There's some live action Disney
How about,
movies
yeah,
on
the
here.
Lion King's live action.
The
has to be
Lion
on
King
there.
live action is the number 1 movie on here. 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, made $1.7 billion.
That movie, no one has ever talked about it once.
It's okay.
That was Jon Favreau did that, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I think so.
Really?
Another live action Disney movie is number 4 on this list. Can you guess?
Aladdin?
Aladdin, yes. 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, made $1.1 billion.
I didn't see it, but I heard it was pretty good, actually.
Also not bad. Not bad. It's Guy Ritchie, right? Guy Ritchie and Will Smith?
Oh, Guy Ritchie did that? What about Dumbo?
Oh, maybe not.
No, Dumbo isn't on here.
I thought so.
There's a couple of franchises on here, though, like Star Wars.
Probably Marvel. What Marvel?
Not a Marvel.
Any DC?
No.
Superman versus
Batman?
Nope. No, DC and Marvel aren't on
How
this
about
list.
a film that may be either fast or furious?
That
No, you know why? Because
is-
those always do well on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, well enough.
Yeah, it's not on here. Fast and Furious isn't on
Tokyo
here.
Drift's not on there.
I have completely lost all faith as of last night in Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes means nothing to me. It used to be like
What?
a decent barometer. I watched a movie that has 90% on Rotten Tomatoes called The Northman. And it is...
Garbage.
Who's in it?
I've seen it.
Dude, it is stacked. The casting is incredible. It's the chick from Queen's Gambit. It's Nicole Kidman. It's the
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Skarsgård hot guy. It's it's Willem Dafoe. It's everything, and it's nothing.
Huh.
It's the worst movie I've given time to in a long time.
So garbage.
Total
I don't want
piece
to get
of
off this
crap.
list. Good.
Okay, so like I'll give you a couple. Number 15 is The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey.
Whoa.
Number 14, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. That's number 14.
I don't think I've seen all those.
And then another Pirates at number 12 on Stranger Tides. Cracking the top 10 though. So you have another
Franchise.
You have another style. It's not Fast and the Furious, but it's car related at number 7. There's a couple of Pixar films on here, or one Pixar film.
Cars?
Cars.
No.
No, I was
Okay.
to say that's way too good.
Car related.
Car related.
Maximum Overdrive.
No. This is another. There's
$1
two car related franchise films on this list, both 5 and 7. Transformers.
Oh, Transformers.
Dark of the Moon is number 7, and
Yeah.
Transformers: Age of Extinction at number 5.
Stinky.
So these made a ton of money, over $1 billion, but sucked. 18% on Rotten Tomatoes for Age of Extinction for
What
Transformers.
about G.I. Joe? Did
No
anybody mention
G.I.
those?
Joe.
I don't think it made $1 billion. Those actually bombed.
There's 3 animated, or one can be animated or live action. 2 animated, 1 live action, and
Beauty and the
1,
Beast live action.
and then another franchise on here.
Just tell us.
Okay, so number 10 is Minions. It earned $1.2 billion.
Minions, I thought that was pretty good.
55% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 9, Despicable Me 3. That earned $1 billion.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That has a 59%.
That's the 80s one, right? That's the one with the 80s villain?
Oh, is that the one that played by the South Park guy?
Yeah, maybe. I thought so. And
Trey Parker?
That wasn't that bad. How could that be
I thought
rated
they were
so
all pretty
poorly?
good.
Alice in Wonderland, which I don't know if it's the original or if it's just the live action that Tim Burton did, $1.1 million, earned 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 7 was Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Number 6, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, that was garbage.
What a pile. Sorry, that
was
should have been my
garbage.
number 1.
Number 5, Transformers: Age of Extinction. Number 4, Aladdin. Number 3, and this is the last one you guys didn't get, Jurassic World: Dominion. Grossed $1 billion, has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. But the number 1, again, worst movie that earned over $1 billion is the live action Lion King. And that is your crap on celebrities.
That Northman thing, by the way, I've lost faith. I think Rotten Tomatoes is. I think they're paying the critics because it was in, like I said, it was in the 90s,
Could be.
and I think it got that because it's Roger Eggers who did like The Lighthouse and all these movies that are so artistic.
Yeah.
This thing tried to be like 5 different things, and it was none of them. It was just
Was it scary?
no,
Like creepy?
It's supposed to be like.
It's actually really slow.
It's supposed to be this Shakespearean thing that looks like the fountain, but there was a little bit of 300 to it, and it went nowhere. It did nothing.
I'll put on the do not watch list.
Thank you.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Rihanna was 37. Miles Teller is 38. Trevor Noah is 41. Justin Verlander is 42. Chris Steele, the mandolin virtuoso from Nickel Creek and Punch Brothers, is 44. Jay Hernandez from Magnum P.I. and El Diablo and Suicide Squad is 47. Chelsea Peretti. Gina on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, married to Jordan Peele, is 47. Brian Luttrell from the Backstreet Boys is 50. Andrea Savage is 52. Cindy Crawford is 59.
I like Andrea Savage. She's
Dude,
hilarious.
Her show is so funny.
She's in I'm Sorry, Step Brothers, Veep episodes.
I'm sorry, is that show?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Amazing.
French Stewart from Third Rock from the Sun is 61. Charles Barkley is 62. Anthony Head. Rupert from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is 71. Patty Hearst is also 71. And Sandy Duncan, 2 first names, is 79.
Sandy Duncan only had one eye.
Really? Glass eye?
How do you spell that?
Probably only has one eye because she's still going.
How'd she lose her eye?
79.
I don't know. It was from an Adam Sandler song. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Sophie Evans. And today's birthday girl has been in 323 fine films, including All About Ass 1 and 16. She was in a movie called American Gunk, which I don't like. The Apprentice 1 and 2, Bomb Ass White Booty 12, Hot Bods and Tailpipe 25, It Ain't Easy Being Sleazy 1 and 2. She was in the Naughty Wives Club 3, not Toys R Us, but Sluts R Us. Scott's favorite, Wax That Ass 4, and who could forget her role? In the year 2000s, Rocks That Ass 14, Thunderballs.
Whoa.
Thunderballs.
Sophie Evans is 49 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those were your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.